Men risking their lives, not as combatants, but as instructors or advisors or as symbols of our nation's commitments. The fact that the United States is not directly at war in these areas in no way diminishes the skill and the courage that will be required, the service to our country which is rendered, or the pain of the casualties which are suffered. This is another type of warfare, new in its intensity, ancient in its origin, war by guerrillas, subversives, insurgents, assassins, war by ambush instead of by combat, by infiltration instead of aggression, seeking victory by eroding and exhausting the enemy instead of engaging him. It preys on economic unrest and ethnic conflicts. It requires, in those situations where we must counter it, and these are the kinds of challenges that will be before us in the next decade, if freedom is to be saved, a whole new kind of strategy, a wholly different kind of force, and therefore a new and wholly different kind of military training.
The 1st Special Forces Command is the nation's premier practitioner of special warfare, with soldiers selected and trained for the tasks of understanding, assessing, and coordinating operations designed to deter unconventional threats across the globe. Located at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, the unit brings elements of special forces, psychological operations, civil affairs, and sustainment to perform functions together, and is designed to meet the requirements of our senior elected officials while supporting Joint Force commanders and U.S. ambassadors around the globe. Each soldier of this command is regionally oriented and culturally trained, resulting in a unique force with the ability to win the most current fight. There are 7 Special Forces groups within the 1st Special Forces Command, each regionally aligned to support a geographic combatant command. The group headquarters are located across the continental United States, with 2 forward deployed battalions. These units are designed to work by, with, and through resistance groups to conduct unconventional warfare in denied areas. Special Forces units provide a viable military option for our nation, which complements large conventional forces. The U.S. military's premier unconventional warriors, known as the Green Berets, are trained and organized to work with indigenous forces. Each Green Beret possesses area expertise, a regional language proficiency, and exceptional small unit fighting skills. The 4th and 8th Psychological Operations Groups, located at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, are home to the majority of active U.S. Army Psychological Operation Forces, who maintain a high level of readiness through specialty training, cultural immersion, and language programs. Throughout the history of warfare, psychological operations have played a key part in shaping environments and battlefields to provide a decisive advantage to commanders through behavioral change and influence. Since 1989, Psychological Operation Forces has practiced the art of influence in conjunction with its special forces and civil affairs brethren to meet the goals and objectives of the geographic combatant commanders around the world. The enemies of the United States continue to leverage advanced communication platforms and cultivate narratives through social media. The human domain is the front line of future conflict. Psychological operations is the optimal tool that commanders can leverage to achieve desired effects and decisive advantage on future battlefields. The 95th Civil Affairs Brigade, located at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, is the only Special Operations Civil Affairs Brigade in the U.S. Army. This worldwide asset is comprised of 5 battalions, each focused on a special geographic combatant command. Soldiers assigned are trained in language, culture, civics, civil analysis, engagement, and populace influence across the political, economic, and social spheres. The goal is to build long-standing relationships with the population, host nation, and other government agencies. To do so, these forces collaborate with, plan, and synchronize efforts in particularly difficult areas of the world. The 528th Sustainment Brigade, also located at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, has a structure and mission unlike any other sustainment brigade in the Army. The 528th provides enduring logistics, medical care, signal, and intelligence support to Army Special Operations Forces and joint elements worldwide. The brigade is composed of the headquarters element, 528th Special Troops Battalion, 112th Signal Battalion, and the 1st Special Forces Command Military Intelligence Battalion. The 528th Sustainment Brigade embodies its motto of "We support to the utmost," providing the means to coordinate, synchronize, and integrate full-spectrum logistics, medical, signal, and intelligence support for special operations units worldwide. Successful missions, synchronized and supported between the four professions, enable commanders and ambassadors to improve relationships by, with, and through local civilian, military, and government leaders to meet U.S. national strategic objectives. As conflicts draw down in some regions and emerge in others, it is apparent there is an increasing demand for the unique set of skills represented by 1st Special Forces Command. Through unity of effort across the four professions, a more effective strategic force has emerged in the United States Army Special Operations Forces. Stationed and deployed in more than 70 countries every day, the soldiers of 1st Special Forces Command provide the United States a unique special warfare capability to defend her interests, assist our allies, and destroy her enemies.